So for this week, I after the readings that we did, I decided to focus on the question, how do I view those I teach? And let's see. So the three questions that I developed from this question was, they are, how do I keep myself from developing negative feelings towards my students? How do I deal with a very difficult child for a whole year? And how do I keep myself from treating my students differently? And what I meant by that question is like, like I don't want to have some kids that are kind of my favorites, and other kids that are the kind of, I have some negative feeling towards them. So just kind of how can I help myself to have kind of like the same feelings towards all my students. And of course they're different, and every student will have a different kind of relationship with you. But it just kind of like, as I said, like not treating them differently, because as a teacher I think you're supposed to treat them all equally and focus on their education. And the question that I decided to focus on is, how do I deal with a difficult child for a whole year? And I decided to focus on this question because I think it's like one of those questions that everybody that wants to be a teacher fears. So some of the things that I got out from the things that my classmates told me, it was to never give up on my students. So just kind of have the mindset and decide from the beginning that you're never going to give up on your students, and that you're going to try to lead them better than you found them at the beginning of the year. I also said try to be compassionate. So find the source of their behavior, because most of the time there is a cause behind bad behavior. Like usually it's not because the kid is just that way, or most of the time it's not because the kid is evil and wants to be bad, but there's usually some kind of issue and they're trying to get attention or get out their emotions through bad behavior. Another thing that one of my classmates says, remember that children are the product of their environment. So kind of have that in mind as well, that sometimes the way that they behave is because of the things that are happening at home, or the things that they have learned at home, or the things that they haven't learned at home. So just kind of have to be in mind that maybe it's not necessarily the child what you don't like or what you think it's really hard, but it's more the things that the child has been taught, or the things that the education of the child has been lacking, at home. Another one was develop Christ-like attributes, which I think that's essential. And then I also said involve other students in helping. So that one I just kind of came out with it because I was thinking that maybe if you have a very difficult child, maybe having some students from the class that you think might help, it will be a very good thing to do, because maybe they could develop a relationship and a friendship with this student, and maybe they could be a really good example to this student, and that might change their behaviors to have there somebody that is from the same age. So yeah, those are the conclusions of this week or last week, and I hope that helped. Thank you.